Welcome back to Stacy So-and-So and day 19 of Vlogmas. We're getting closer, guys. I kind of feel like I'm not quite on top of everything, but close enough that I don't feel nearly as much stress as I did this previous week. So I got up this morning, I made myself some gingerbread coffee. I don't usually like flavor coffees, but this really seems to put me in the mood. So it's been very good and a great way to start my day. Today's project, I am working on my mom's Christmas gift. So Mom, if you see this, I want you to turn the video off right now. You can watch it later. Thank you for your support and I love you. Okay, she's probably gone by now. So what I'm making her is, I'm using a cardigan pattern, but instead of using like a sweater knit fabric or a jersey knit, I am using a brushed cotton, which is basically like a really nice thick flannel. And picked out some beautiful plaid fabric because just like me, she's mad for plaid. Guess where I got it from? My mom. So here is the fabric that I'll be using. I got her a beautiful, it's like a V-neck gray tunic because she loves gray, she loves purple, but she also loves pink. So I went with kind of like a peachy pink and gray ivory plaid. And as I started cutting things out, started getting stuff together, I decided I might want to do elbow patches. I'm still trying to decide if I like this combination. It's not coming across as well on camera as it does in person, but still, I haven't decided. We'll decide that as we go through the process. So that's going to be my day today. So if you want to watch the process, stay tuned. So first, I cut across the top. This will probably be easier if I put my glasses on so I can see the line better. So I just line it up. And here we go. The top and then the right side of each pattern piece. One down, many to go. And I'm done. So now it's time to start lining these up, taping it together. I had to switch my camera around too because I usually have a camera or a stand on the end of my desk, but I'm going to need all the space I can get putting this together. I don't tape the whole line, only the areas where I know I really need to, like particularly like where I'll be cutting across the pattern. So now it's just a matter of lining up all of the little triangles and the lines. Whew, like that. And start taping. Like this is an actual pattern piece, so I know this how it has to be taped together across all the lines. Okay, and there she is, all put together. Now, let's get cutting. And there we go. Fortunately, this is only 3 pieces. It's a front piece, a back piece, and a sleeve. So that's all done. Now, time to lay it out on the fabric. And let's start pinning. I am going to cut this just a tiny bit bigger, just so that it is more comfortable for my mom to wear layers underneath it. So not much bigger though. Just that little extra in case she wears like a light sweater underneath her jacket. And let the cutting commence. So now it is time to start pinning the pieces together. And you start from the top of the shoulder. I apologize, I'm having a little trouble with my hands today because it's so cold. And if you hear noise in the background, it is because Mo has once again decided he wants to be a part of the video. All right, and now what I have to do is pin the side seam. So I decided to put this together with my serger so that the ends are really nice, and because this material really frays. But of course, I go to hook it up, start my machine, and I had to take it apart and do maintenance and put my knife back in. So here we go. You can probably see how bad this material frays. So I just thought that this would be faster than having to zigzag all of the ends and then sew it together. All right, we'll clip off those ends, we'll sew in those ends into the seam. Okay, so here's where we are. Got the two front pieces attached to the back piece of thread, and I've got the sleeves ready. So now it's time to pin those in place, add the sleeves, and then I'll be ready to start hemming. And sleeves are in. Looking at the length of these though, I measured off my arm. Mom's a little bit shorter than me. May have to cut them off. I should have shortened them when I cut out the pattern, but I wasn't thinking at the time. I don't know, I shouldn't have to hem them too much. I think it's going to be okay. All right, speaking of hemming, now it is time for me to put a very narrow hem in all the way around and check the sleeves. So on this jacket, literally just quarter of an inch, all the way around. Now because when going around curves, I like to use a lot of pins just to make sure it stays nice. So that's what I'm going to do next. Where are my pins? There they are. All right, time to get started. And the jacket part is done. I decided that I would go ahead and add the elbow patches. I know it's kind of hard to see, but the insides of these flowers, the color really does match that part of the plaid, and so it looks really good. But I think I need to make a matching brooch. Okay, so I've decided I've got my little pins out, and I'm going to make a brooch that she could either wear on the lapel, or because it's an open kind of jacket, she could use it as a closure to hold it, hold it if she wants to. And what I decided to do is to make yo-yos to make for the pin. So I have two different sizes. This is a 6-inch in diameter. My husband made this for me out of some wood because I make them so often. And then I have a 4-inch. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I cut out the 6-inch circle out of the plaid. So I'll make a large one out of that. And then the elbow patch one, I use that fabric, and make a smaller yo-yo to put on top of it. And then use this little gray button that matches perfectly in the center. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so I went ahead and did the larger one with the flannel material. So it's ready. That's going to be the back piece of our brooch. Now, if your fabric frays a lot, you can go ahead and do some fray check around the outside. Just let it dry a little bit before you start sewing. So what I do is I turn in the top just a little bit, and then I just go down and up and continue to do that, trying to keep stitches even all the way around the outside of the circle, and it will start to gather up like that. So there you can see just how little bit I'm turning in. Okay, so once you get it all gathered up, you kind of use your fingers to kind of press it out, and you get a nice little flower shape. Take your needle through to the back. There we go. Whoops. And then you can just knot it on the back. Because we're going to be putting no one's going to see the back on this because we're going to be making a pin with it. So I'm going to lay that on top of my larger yo-yo like that. And then on top of that, I'm going to put the button. So I already have my gray thread ready, and I have everything lined up. So going from the very bottom piece and clear through to the top, and we will add the center to our flower. And there we go. I think it turned out really cute. I think it's really nice on the jacket. So now I'm using one of my pins again that has the round disc pin. God bless you, Mo. Sorry guys, Mo's sneezy. And we are going to take hot glue, and I'm going to fill outside first and then work my way in. I'm going to try not to burn myself like I usually do. Okay. All right, so we got the on there. I'm going to lay it down and apply it because I think that'll be easier. It's easier to place. So it's right in the center. Woo, that's hot. I'll press down with my scissors. Ouch. There we go. So I'm sure it still needs to continue to dry, but you can see that that's on. So let's see how it looks on the jacket. And there we go. I flipped one of the arms around so that you could see the elbow patch that coordinates. I think she's gonna like it. So thank you for joining me again today. I hope you enjoyed the process of me making the jacket for my mom for Christmas. I think she's gonna really like it. I have it still hanging up over here, but I really think she's gonna like it. They're definitely the colors that she likes, and it'll be so cozy, and it's gonna look great with the charcoal gray tunic that I got her because it has a v-neck as well. So I think it's just going to lay nicely, one v-neck on top of the other. So tomorrow I will be working on the denim jacket. And of all things, I have one more project that I have to attempt to do before Christmas because apparently I don't read close enough. I ordered Mo a new dog bed, or so I thought. No, I ordered a cover for a dog bed. So I have some foam, and over here on the floor, I don't know if you saw in the one shot, 3 huge bags of polyfill. So yeah, I'll be making a dog bed too. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you again for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening and happy sewing.